Hello everybody, this is Lisa from Pressure Crisp, and today we're going to be making some shredded beef tacos, otherwise known as barbacoa. As you can see, my kitchen has changed again. Unfortunately, I had to return from Florida back up to upstate New York, otherwise known as the frozen tundra. Long sleeve jeans, and I actually have to wear socks. So let's just jump right in and get started. Alright, we're going to go ahead and turn the Ninja Foodi on. We're going to turn it on to Sear saute, and it's on high. So we're going to let that warm up, and then we'll add our meat. Okay, so while the Sear saute function is coming up to heat, I am going to take some olive oil. You can use an oil of your choice. I'm just opting to use olive oil. I'm going to put like 1 to 2 tablespoons in there. That's personal preference. What you see in front of you is a 3-pound chuck roast that I cut up into like sizable cubes. Very large cubes. And what we're going to do to this, put this over here so I can wash it. We're just going to take some salt. Maybe I would say like a teaspoon. And then we're just going to add some pepper. That's going to be like a half a teaspoon of that. So we're just going to mix this up. You can use your hands. I'm just mixing it up as best I can with the tongs. And then we're just going to pop this right into the Ninja Foodi, and we're going to brown this as best we can on all sides. So I'm going to finish this up, and we'll go right over to Sear saute. Okay, the oil is starting to come up to temperature. We're just going to go ahead and put our meat in. This might not all fit, so we might have to do this in batches. So we just want to brown up the sides on this. As you can tell, this is a overly fatty chuck roast. I did cut a huge portion of the fat off. So we're going to have to do this in 2 batches. So we're just going to go ahead and brown this. Okay, so I flipped them. Basically what sear sauteing does, it just adds another flavor, layer of flavor. You want to caramelize the meat. Some of these I probably should have let brown some more. And when you overcrowd the pan, you create, see how that's a lot of water's coming out of this meat? Well, I shouldn't say water, moisture, which is probably water. And right now you're steaming the meat. You want to prevent that. You want it to create that nice brown caramelization on this meat, just for that flavor. Okay, so while the meat's browning, we're still working on our first batch, and we still have another batch to go. Because I really want that to have a nice brown crust on it, like a flavoring. We're going to go ahead and make the sauce for the shredded beef tacos. We're going to take 1/4 cup of fresh squeezed lime juice. Oh, and by the way, we're using a magic bullet to mix this up. You can use a blender or a food processor, or I know Ninja makes a blender as well as like something similar to the magic bullet. To the 1/4 cup of lime juice, we're going to go ahead and add 4 cloves of cut up garlic. We're also going to add 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 tablespoon of cumin. You're going to add a half a teaspoon of cloves. You're going to add about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. You're also going to add like a half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm adding more because I prefer more. You're also going to add, you're going to get these chipotles in adobo sauce. Now you can add as much as you want. I'm only adding a few because I know some of the people I'm making this for don't like the strong spicy. So we're adding about 3. So we're going to go ahead and put the top on. And you're just going to blend this up, mix it up. And that's all there is to it, and that's going to be our sauce for the shredded beef tacos. All right, we're getting some good color on here, the meat. So I'm gonna take this batch out, just put it in another container, and we're just gonna go ahead and add the rest of the meat. All right, just gonna go ahead and dump this in. Separate it out so you want maximum brownage on the meat. Okay, the meat's ready. Once again, I'm just going to take this out, put it in another bowl. And you see all those brown bits on the bottom? I am going to splash a little bit of water in there. So I want to see if I can get up all those brown bits on the bottom, because that's just more flavor and I really don't want it to burn. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, all the bits are up, scraped off the bottom for the most part. You're gonna you're gonna hit stop to stop the sear saute. And what I'm gonna do is add the meat back to the bowl. There we go. Just gonna get it like in a single layer like that. Now to this, we're going to go ahead and add our sauce. But I did want to do one more thing with the sauce. Okay, that sauce is like super thick. And by the way, it smells wonderful, this sauce. I wish you could smell this. We are going to add probably like a cup and a half of water to this. What this is going to do, it's going to thin it out and it's going to give us enough moisture to pressure cook the beef. If I can get this top on. There we go. And it'll also clean out all the great flavors. There we go. That's all there is to it. This thinned it out perfectly. Look at that. Gorgeous. Once again, I wish you were here just to smell this. And what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and pour this over the meat. There we go. Just going to go ahead and pour it over. So just trying to cover most of the meat. There we go. All right. And the water took care of getting all the sauce out of there. What you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and put your lid on. You're going to set it to seal. You're going to go to pressure. It automatically defaults to high. And the time, we are going to do this for 35 minutes. And you're just going to hit start. Okay, so it's been pressure cooking on high for 35 minutes. It says it's done. I'm going to let this naturally release for 10 minutes. And notice how the Ninja Foodi counts up. So I'm either going to have to remember this or I'm going to have to set an alarm on my phone to come back in 10 minutes. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. Now we're going to do a manual release. All right, the red tab in the back has dropped, so it's safe to take the top off. So we're gonna go ahead and take the top off. Make sure you open it away from you because of the steam. Oh, look at that bubbling away. Man, if you could smell it in here, oh, it is great. Let's grab a pair of tongs. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're gonna take some of this meat out and put it in a dish, and then we're going to make us a shredded beef taco. Now, with the remaining sauce, you could strain this and then scoop off the fat, let it harden a bit, or just ladle it off. And you could make a slurry out of cornstarch and water and actually make a sauce out of that if you wish. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to shred this up to make tacos today. So I'm just going to take you over to the meat. This is beyond fork tender. I mean, look at this. Just falls right apart. This is wonderful. I did notice there is some fat pieces in here. If you see them, you can just pick those out. Like right there, there's a big piece of fat, like right there. But I'll pick that out later. And that's how easy it is. That's how you just take 2 forks and shred this. And we're gonna go ahead and actually make one real fast. What you see in front of you is a flour tortilla. You can use a corn tortilla if you wish, but all you're going to do, you're just going to take some of this shredded meat. Let's see if I can get some out without burning myself. kind of big and hunky there. Take a bit of that meat, put it right there in the center like that. You know, you want a good amount. You don't want to overstuff it like I usually do. And to this, I'm just going to take some diced up onion, put a little bit of that on there. I'm going to take some cilantro, chopped up cilantro. Once again, you don't want to add too much. People either love this or hate this. I did crumble up some queso fresco cheese. You can add that. I'm not going to add any to my taco today. I just wanted to make you aware this is a queso fresco. You can find this at most supermarkets. This is like a Mexican cheese. Also, you always want to take a fresh lime. Lime it's the best on these tacos, and just give a squeeze. Also, what you can do, while I was waiting for the beef to cook up, I'd made some quick red onion pickles. These aren't ready. I just made them real fast. I did make some while I was in Florida, but I forgot to bring it back with me. It's a good thing. These pickles are good for 6 months in the fridge, but it's made with vinegar, sugar, and salt. And you put these on there, and they're wonderful and so simple and easy to make. So let me go back and we'll do a taste test. All right. This is kind of a small taco, but I mean, it's simple, it's delicious. When I was in Florida, I go to this one grocery store down there, and it is like a Hispanic/Mexican grocery store. And I usually go on Taco Tuesdays because it's 99-cent tacos there. And you can get chicken, pork, beef, anything. And it's very simple. They don't put a lot of stuff on it. Basically, it's like this. And then you have a choice of like a green sauce or a red sauce on here. You can go ahead and add like pico de gallo, like the fresh pico de gallo. Or just basically you can put anything you want on these. Just make it your own. So we're just going to go ahead and do a taste test on this. All right. Let me take some of this flour tortilla off here. I want a big mouthful of flour tortilla. And we're just going to do a quick taste test. Should be cool enough. That is so good. Too big a bite. Go ahead and make these. They're delicious. And sorry. Please like and subscribe. I also have a Facebook group page that you can join under Pressure Crisp. Check me out on Twitter, Instagram, but stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.